Good evening and many thanks for joining us. You're watching QTV Nightly News, coming to you live from our studios on Kairaba Avenue with me, Ansmane Isonyase. First, here are the main news headlines. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology has officially launched Etiquette Gambia, the nation's first mobile application designed to streamline and enhance the learning experience for students and staff of higher learning institutions. The National Audit Office on Thursday launched its new strategic plan 2025-2029, a blueprint aimed at enhancing the institution's ability to efficiently and effectively fulfill its Supreme Audit institutional mandate. Officials from the Ministry of Health's expanded program on immunization organized a one-day orientation for senior management and regional directors from the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Amana and CSOs on polio and other vaccine-preventable diseases. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology on Wednesday validated the country's maiden national research bill and associated frameworks. The fourth edition of the Media Academy for Journalism and Communication Week kicked off on Wednesday. And the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy concluded a week-long training program on diplomatic etiquette and protocol for senior officials. Stay tuned as we bring you more on these and other stories. And now here's the news in detail. Now, in a groundbreaking move towards digital transformation, the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology has officially launched Etiquette Gambia, the nation's first mobile application designed to streamline academic processes, enhance student services and foster connectivity across all higher education institutions. Usman Jatta attended the event and filed this report.
The landscape of higher education in the Gambia is undergoing a digital revolution aimed at improving the learning experience and maximizing time using the latest technological innovation. The Ministry of Higher Education, in collaboration with Nigerian-based digital firm Etiquette Universal Services, has introduced Etiquette Gambia. This innovative app offers real-time access to course registration, grades, class schedules, lectures, learning materials, and more, revolutionizing the academic experience for students. The launch event attracted key stakeholders from universities, technical institutions, student bodies, and international partners, all eager to witness this transformative step in education. Jenna Bajai, Permanent Secretary of Mohurst, described the launch of the Etiquette mobile app as timely and essential for the nation's educational advancement.
It represents a bold step in our collective journey to transform higher education in this country. The introduction of the Etiquette mobile app is timely and well aligned to the Ministry's broader vision of improving quality, accessibility, and efficiency.
For institutions, Etiquette promises centralized data management, improved communication, and the ability to track academic trends and students' performance more effectively. Aisha Amino, General Manager of Etiquette Universal Services, emphasized the app's role in enhancing administrative efficiency and academic planning.
With the Etiquette Student app, users receive a personalized electronic timetable updated in real time. It eliminates the confusion of paper schedules.
As the Gambia progresses towards achieving its digital development goals, under the Recovery-Focused National Development Plan 2023-2027. The Etiquette mobile app is expected to become a cornerstone of higher education reform. The mobile app is a free initiative with tertiary institutions benefiting from the revenues generated through its use. Professor Per Gomez, Minister of Higher Education, describes the launch of the app as a game changer in the country's journey towards digitalizing the education sector.
We take pride in shaping the education future of our country. This initiative is a testament to our strong commitment in empowering our higher education institutions by promoting quality over mediocrity.
With just a simple tap, students can access the Etiquette mobile app on Android, and iOS platforms. Fatu Bojang, a second-year IT major at the Civil Service University, formerly MDI, was awarded for completing training on how to utilize the Theta mobile app, showcasing the app's immediate impact on student engagement.
Theta is an application here in the Gambia to help both teachers and students to make their schedule easier by sending assignments through online and also marking your assignment through online. And also you can schedule your time for your classes through online.
The launch of the Theta Gambia mobile app marks a significant moment in the Gambia's journey towards a smarter and more connected higher education ecosystem, where education is no longer limited to the four corners of the classroom. Osman Jata, reporting for QTV News.
Now, the National Audit Office on Thursday launched its new strategic plan 2025-2029, a blueprint aimed at enhancing the institution's ability to efficiently and effectively fulfill its constitutional mandate as the country's supreme audit institution. Alusise reports.
The strategic plan, which was internally developed by the NAO staff, aligns with the National Audit Office's vision of transforming into a model institution within the public service. The 5-year strategic plan seeks to complement the National Development Plan 2023-2027 priorities for the National Audit Office. The NDP highlights, among others, the need to strengthen the administrative and financial independence of the NAO to deliver on its mandate and to strengthen the relationship between NAO and the National Assembly for greater oversight of the audit reports. Speaking at the launch, Auditor General Momodu Sise highlighted the significance of the plan in guiding the future direction of the institution.
The 4 strategic outcomes or goals that we aspire to achieve are to enhance independence of the NAO and to increase the public trust in the work of the NAO and to improve public sector financial reporting and also improve public financial management of public resources. These 4 strategic goals are fundamental to the NAO, referencing back to what I highlighted in the Intersite P12 for us to make difference on the life of citizens. To further conceptualize these strategic goals, we recognize the need for continuous enhancement of the independence of the NAO and by extension, the Auditor General. This is essential for effective delivery on the mandate as established by the Lima Declaration and the Mexico Declarations of Intersite P1 and P10 respectively on site independence.
In a goodwill message centered on the crucial role of NAO in supporting the oversight function of the National Assembly over public institutions, Speaker of the National Assembly, Fabakary Tombong Jatta, commended the NAO for developing the strategic plan, which will greatly complement the work of the National Assembly in ensuring accountability of public funds.
As we launch the National Audit Office strategic plan, I am confident that with the strategic direction of the Auditor General, the National Assembly and the government will immensely benefit in the next 5 years with the evidence generated to support policy making and in monitoring the implementation of the development agenda outlined in the budget. We rely greatly on the objective and professional view of the Auditor General to provide assurance and information about the reliability and financial reports and the use of public resources.
The effective implementation of this ambitious plan, however, will require strong support from both government and development partners as the NAO continues to uphold public accountability and fiscal transparency. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
Now, in a bid to strengthen and boost vaccination coverage in schools, officials from the expanded program on immunization under the Ministry of Health organized a one-day orientation for senior management and regional directors from the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Amana and the CSOs on polio and other vaccine-preventable diseases. Loliam Kamara attended the opening and filed this report.
The expanded program on immunization under the Ministry of Health has witnessed both positive and ongoing challenges in administering vaccines in the Gambia. In that regard, the institution is strengthening its efforts by organizing a series of sensitizations to boost its coverage nationwide. In a PowerPoint presentation, Ajakande, Senior Program Officer at the EPI, shared a brief history of vaccination in the Gambia. She noted that vaccination efforts began in 1967 with Dr. P.J. Ndau's smallpox eradication and measles control program. The initiative achieved significant success, reaching 93% coverage for smallpox and 92% for measles. Sidat Fofana, program manager for the expanded program on immunization, noted that immunization had never been an issue in the Gambia until the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Attempt to recover from this breakdown in coverage, we resort to a lot of strategies to ensure that we are able to push the immunization back to its pre-COVID-19 times. That's why frequently you see us around. Frequently we are organizing period. We are opening new outreach facilities in the communities. The vaccines we are giving are is to protect this country, is to protect these children. If we have a lot of children unvaccinated in this country, the issue is we can have an outbreak. One disease affecting one child can affect so many children.
Antuman Nying, Senior Education Officer at MOPSI, Regional Education Directorate 1 in Kanifing, affirmed his institution's commitment to working with the Ministry of Health to enhance vaccination coverage in schools.
In the future, these are the people that we want to be where we are today. So it is important for us to partner as key stakeholders to make sure that we spread the right information at the right time to make sure that we have a very good coverage about the vaccination or the immunization.
The ministry continues to face challenges in its immunization efforts, including relatively low coverage between 2020 and 2022, largely due to vaccine hesitancy and misinformation during the rollout of COVID-19 vaccines. Here is Musa Sen, Director of Human Resources at the Ministry of Health.
Aligning health programs with sectors such as education, agriculture, example, can create a comprehensive strategy that addresses broader alternative of health. For example, the schools can serve as vaccine points and educational platforms to inform families about immunization. Hence, the essence of having our partners, MOPSI, in this very important orientation.
Babukar Manka shared his perspective on the orientation, emphasizing that initiatives like this will strengthen the country's immunization strategies and better prepare it to tackle future outbreaks. For QTV News, Loli M. Kamara.
And from the report there by Loli M. Kamara, we will take a commercial break, but when we return, we will hear about the validation of the Gambia's first national research bill and associated frameworks.
fii mooy fan fii mooy INESA di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taaw place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal li fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saa añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal bara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taaw gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër bara wërga bii mooy wërga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca INESA di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Oryx, with you all the way.
Powered by Africa, Oryx Energies.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Be reminded you're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue with me, Ansmane Onyase. Now, the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology on Wednesday validated the country's maiden National Research Bill and associated frameworks. The move is set to usher in a new era of research built on trust, transparency and national development. Usman Jatta has the details.
For the first time in its 60-year history since independence, the Gambia is establishing a unified and comprehensive national research regulatory and ethical framework. This high-level validation meeting brought together key stakeholders to critically review and refine 4 fundamental instruments designed to reshape research governance nationwide. These include the draft National Research Bill, the National Research Regulatory Framework, the Research Excellence Assessment Framework REEF, and the National Research and Innovation Policy. Presiding over the event, Professor Per Gomez, Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, hailed the frameworks as a visionary move towards enhancing global competitiveness in research.
The validation of these frameworks is both timely and transformative. As I stated, it's long overdue. 60 years in a vacuum, 6 years waiting for order, 6 years waiting for system to be in place, 6 years waiting for research to be regulated in this country. Standards are standards. We refuse to be judged by those compromised standards. We belong to the international community. The standards, the benchmarks for Oxford, Yale, Sorbonne, these are the same standards that should be used for us. We went to the same schools, the same universities out there in the West. Why should we come back to the Gambia and say, no, those standards should not be used? Why did we study there? Why did we go and then came out with distinction?
These instruments not only formalize research oversight, but also aim to elevate the Gambia's position as a hub of credible, ethical and impactful research in West Africa. James Gomez is the Director of Research at Mohurst, and Jennifer Jany is the Ministry's Permanent Secretary.
As we validate the 3 instruments, I urge stakeholders to take time to review using critical eye of a researcher and patriotic heart of nation builder. Your contributions will ensure that we build a governance structure that is robust, visionary, compliant.
This work did not happen overnight, nor was it outsourced. It was crafted by the hands and hearts of our own Gambian experts, volunteers from across sectors who answered the Honorable Minister's urgent call to action. The Minister, recognizing the need for immediate regulatory clarity and structure, turned to our own intellectuals and professionals.
Experts say the frameworks will provide consistent guidelines for conducting all forms of research, from health and social sciences to agriculture and environmental studies, ensuring they meet both national needs and international standards. From climate change adaptation and food security to healthcare innovation and economic policy, these frameworks will serve as a strategic foundation for how research shapes the Gambia's development future. By embedding ethics and accountability into the core of the national research landscape, the framework also protects communities and participants while promoting creativity, inquiry, and scientific freedom. Osman Jatta, reporting for QTV News.
Now, the 4th edition of the Media Academy for Journalism and Communication, MAJAC, we kicked off on Wednesday, marking the start of 3 days filled with extracurricular activities. Maudou Gajaka covered the sports day events at the Bakahomini Stadium on Thursday and filed this report.
The MAJAC students are playing football for fun. The game featured female students split into 2 teams, playing against each other. Unlike traditionally, this game is more about simply kicking the ball rather than controlled pass and strategic play. There were frequent stumbles and falls, adding to the amusement of the event. Despite the lack of football experience, there were occasional impressive play that drew cheers from the sidelines. In the end, a single goal was all it took to decide the match. Aishatu N. Saho scored from the penalty spot after a handball incident in the box. She shared her reactions.
To be honest, like football is something that I love, though I'm not a footballer, but most of the time through around the area we normally play football, girls, and then I am that type that normally go to watch football, so I learn from those people. So having a penalty, and I knew that I'm going to score it. So that is why I was telling them, definitely man, because I knew I'm going to score.
With a lot of running and kicking the ball for most of the game, some players showed strength in attacking and defending situations. Maimuna P. Mendy had a good game despite being on the losing side.
We lost, but I feel it was fun. Students came out and it was really interactive. I can't remember when I ran this way. So seeing this Majak week being the opportunity for me to take off my body to exercise, it's really fun. Even though we lost, but I feel we played with our colleague and we gave out all our best.
In another game featuring the male category, between current and former students, two incredible goals, scored in the 7th and the 9th minute, ignited the match. Raymond Isaac Juve netted a brilliant free kick from 25 yards out. According to him, the goal didn't come as a surprise.
Yes, sure, I am. Even at the village, I'm the specialist there, and I usually scored free kicks from that angle. Yeah, it's really an exciting moment because I've been planning to come to attend this game. Ever since I heard that it's a Majak sports days are always a usual thing for me. I usually attend it full time, and it's always. Adama Sane leveled the score for the current students, following a mixed-up between the alumni team's goalkeeper and defender. Despite finding the back of the net, he mentioned that he was eager to score even more.
Well, I knew I would score a goal, and I've been saying this since before the game. I told them, I don't know how it's going to be, but I knew when the guy passed the ball, I knew the defender would definitely go there. And obviously, the goalkeeper is not an experienced one as well. So I knew they would collide. After they collide, I just took that chance and put it in the back of the net.
The 3-day event aimed at enabling students to take time off from academic activities to network, enhance teamwork, experiences, and build confidence among other activities. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Now, on Wednesday, the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy concluded a week-long training program on diplomatic etiquette and protocol for 12 senior officials. The initiative was designed to enhance participants' understanding of diplomatic practices, crucial for fostering stronger international relations for the Gambia. Mamnabuka attended the closing ceremony, and this is her report.
The training, conducted by Diplomacy Etiquette and Protocol Consulting, was aimed at strengthening the ministry's capacity to participate in high-level negotiations, building strategic international partnerships, and effectively champion the Gambia's energy interests on the global stage. Throughout the week, participants engaged in various sessions covering business etiquette, social etiquette, risk management, communication strategies, cultural sensitivity, and the nuances of formal diplomatic interactions. The knowledge gained during this training is expected to significantly enhance the diplomatic skills of senior government officials, strengthening their engagements locally and with foreign partners to attract investment opportunities that can contribute to the nation's development. Ibrahima Usmandur, a retired Gambian ambassador and current CEO of Diplomacy Etiquette and Protocol Consulting, is the lead trainer for the program.
These lessons aren't just theories. They are lifelines for navigating boardrooms, global teams, and high-stakes decisions. As you return to your workplaces, please carry forward this mindset that professionalism is not just what you do, but how you do it. Whether you are leading a team, negotiating with a client, or streamlining a process, let the principles of etiquette, diplomacy, and strategic risk-taking guide you.
Officials who participated in the program acknowledged the importance of understanding diplomatic protocols in building and maintaining relationships with other countries, and look forward to implementing what they have been taught in a way that will develop the overall effectiveness of the Gambia's diplomatic efforts. Mohamed Jawara, the deputy manager of the Gambia National Petroleum Corporation, shared words of encouragement with the participants.
I will encourage all the participants to continue the learning experiences that we've gained from this training. Let us continue the connections that we've built and the experiences that we've learned from our esteemed trainers as well. Let us continue to not only learn the lessons that we've got from this training, but also implement these things in real life.
Keba Sedi Khan, a participant and the Senior Corporate Communication Officer at JNPC, explains what he plans to do next moving forward.
As the ruling always goes, when you go for training, there is always what we call an back to office report. And then in giving out back to office report, you had to mention all your experiences during the training. And then this will surely take place. And also we will have to look out a way how best we can physically appear before our people back to the office and then give a synopsis, right, on what has been learned.
A certificate of attendance was given to each of the participants to recognize their invaluable dedication and participation during the training, marking a successful completion of activities and a step forward for the Gambia in enhancing its diplomatic capabilities. Mam Nabuka, reporting for QTV News.
And I'm afraid this is where we draw the curtains on this bulletin. But before we take a leave of you, here's a recap of our main headlines. The Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology has officially launched Tita Gambia, the nation's first mobile application designed to streamline and enhance the learning experience for students and staff of higher learning institutions. The National Audit Office on Thursday launched its new strategic plan 2025-2029, a blueprint aimed at enhancing the nation's ability to efficiently and effectively fulfill its supreme audit institution mandate. Officials from the Ministry of Health's expanded program on immunization organized a one-day orientation for senior management and regional directors from the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, Amana and the CSOs on polio and other vaccine-preventable diseases. And the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology on Wednesday validated the country's maiden national research bill and associated frameworks. The 4th edition of the Media Academy for Journalism and Communication Week kicked off on Wednesday. And the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy concluded a week-long training program on diplomatic etiquette and protocol for senior officials. That's it for this bulletin. Do join us at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. Until then, thanks for watching.